it is advisable to come and do a soft landing. If again is that for people that are coming from the UK, your driver's license in the UK, make sure you get your driving extract. Hi people, welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Obehi. I'm a social worker and a content creator. I live here in Regina. And to my OGs, thank you very much for always tuning in. Thank you for connecting on the channel. Thank you for your love and your support. Let's just jump right into today's video. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about new immigrants, some things that you should consider when you move into the country as a new immigrant, things that you should do when you move into the country as a new immigrant. So if you have been an OG on this channel, you'll know that I have migrated 3 times. 3 good times, from America to the UK, then from the UK to Canada. So there are some things that I have done for myself that helped me and my family settle seamlessly when we move into a country, and I just want to share those things with you. First off, first things first, especially for those ones, my video today is mostly channeled to those people who are moving from the UK to Canada, because I know that a lot of people have recently been moving from UK to Canada, and I just wanted to give you some tools that you can use when you are migrating from the UK to Canada so that you don't have any issues when you get in here. First things first, it is advisable to come and do a soft landing. If you can afford it, come and do a soft landing. What is soft landing? Soft landing is you first coming to make sure you get your permanent residency. So once you get your passport back, come to Canada and see for yourself. Come and see for yourself. If there's any city that you had in mind that you want to come and settle in, come and see that city for yourself. Look at the housing, look at what transportation looks like, try and have a feel of the area, look at the schools. See, personally, when I got my PPR, first thing I did was I actually went on Google Earth and started walking on the streets with Google Earth. You know how Google Earth is. So I will put an address and I will just walk on the street just to get a feel of what the environment looked like. So I did that, and then I now started Googling for houses. When we were coming to Softland, we needed to do like get Airbnb, so we did all those. So I usually suggest that it is just advisable to do a soft landing so you can have a feel of the terrain. This also applies to people who are in Nigeria that are coming to Canada. It is just nice to do a soft landing so you can determine if you want to come with your family together at once, especially if there is no job yet. If you people don't have a job yet, if you can afford it, it is a great idea to come and soft land, see what the terrain is like, just have a feel of the environment, see if it's something that you want to pack everything that you have to come and live in, or if you just want to stay for a while and then go. Secondly, when you come here, especially in Canada, owning a car is not luxury. Owning a car is not luxury. So when you come here, most times when people are migrating, you have that money, like you have that lump sum. If you have that money and don't use it in doing something tangible, you end up spending it on frivolous things. So if you have that money, you can buy yourself a good car. Go and buy a good car, because you don't want a situation where you buy a car, you and Ramufu will now become partners. Mechanic here is not as cheap as mechanic back home. It costs a lot of money for you to be going to an auto shop. So make sure that you buy yourself a good car that has good tires, that is good, that will not get stuck during the snow, especially if you us that we are in the prairies, what's that in Saskatchewan, Alberta, Manitoba. You need a good car that has good tires, because winter time it's winter time here. If you see the way people were stuck this week, some cars were stuck in the middle of the road, and as you are stuck in the middle of the road, go they catch you for there. So you have to make sure that you buy a good car. Another thing again is that for people that are coming from the UK, your driver's license in the UK, make sure you get your driving extract. What is your driving extract? That is like information on a driver's license, like how many years you have driven for, if you've had any accident or not. Go to the website. I don't remember what the website is right now, but go there, get your driver's extract. When you come to Canada, you can do something called a reciprocity. So if you've driven up to 2 years, they will give you a novice 2 license first, and after 1 year, if you drive without any issues, they'll give you your full driver's license. So you don't need to have to go through that driving test over again. Also, you'll be able to like do your SIN. I know all those ones, people have done videos on all those ones in the past, so I'm just going to mention them briefly. Make sure you do your SIN, open a bank account. If you can't get a credit card, just so you can start building your credit history. Another thing is try and look for schools for your children. A lot of people like to put their children in Catholic school. Now, this is depending on your preference. If you want your children to go to Catholic school, that's fine. If you want them to go to a public school, that's also fine. There's also something called a French immersion school. So if your child comes to Canada and they are just entering school, like they're just of school age, so they are not yet up to like grade 2, they can actually go to a French immersion school. So in French immersion school, they teach them more of French. I think they do 95 or 98% of French and just a little English. And then when they now get to like grade 3, they now start teaching them in English. So your child will get that French background. But if your child is already in grade 2, they will not let your child go into a French immersion school. So that's another option. If you want your child to have that French background, you can look into putting your child into a French immersion school. And then they also have full French schools. Full French schools from 4 years old, your child can go into that school full time, Monday to Friday. But it all depends on you. If that is something you want to do, if that is something you want to pursue, that is all up to you. I'm just giving you this information. Another thing you have to look at is housing. When you are looking for housing, please, there are some things that you have to consider when you're looking for housing. Apart from the price of the housing, make sure that the environment where you are going to live is safe. There are some environments where you don't want your children to be living in places that will end up traumatizing them, if you know what I mean. I'm just trying to say, try and make sure that you look for an area that is family friendly, so that you would have some form of peace of mind and security, especially if your children have to walk to school and walk back from school. At least you know that they are safe. You won't have to worry about that. If they have to use the school bus, you know that you're rest assured that they are safe. They can get on the bus and come down from the bus by themselves without any worries. Another thing again that you need to consider is finding a family doctor. So you will need a family doctor. You need to look around, shop around for family doctors and for a dentist. There are some benefits also that are available to you. The child benefits, you have to apply for that. There are a lot of videos on YouTube about that, so I'm not going to talk much about that. So you have to apply for child benefits, so at least you can get that support in what else? You also need to make sure you have all your documents in case you need to do taxes and things like that. And yeah, so another thing again for job, make sure you know what job you are looking for. Make sure you know the kind of job you want to look for, and begin to prepare your mind for those things that you need in order to get that job. If there are certifications that you need to do, if there's some courses you need to do, make sure you start figuring that out before you move to Canada, so that when you come here, you already have that ball rolling. As permanent residents, when you just migrate into the country, there are a lot of grants and scholarships and awards that you can use to pursue a course. So if you come and you jump on that immediately, you are able to use that benefit or that grant to do that program, and then that will help you get into a job easier because you have the background, you have their own education. And most times I usually suggest to people that you do jobs that have like a kind of internship, jobs that where you would do an internship, you would do like a practicum, so that when you come out, that experience you can leverage it into getting a job. And yeah, I wish you guys the very best. I really, really, really do wish you the very best. Canada is a very, very beautiful country. Canada has a lot of potentials. I personally see Canada as a fertile ground, especially us that we are in the prairies. I see it as a fertile ground. If you are able to be strategic and have adequate plans in place, and also put God in whatever plans that you have, you find out that everything will just come together seamlessly to make life easy for you here. But you need to have all those plans first. You need to plan. Like everybody says, faith without work is useless. So if you have faith that you will reap the fruit of your labor in Canada, but you don't have like a plan that you want to work towards to that you will combine with your faith to make things work for you, you are just wasting your time. Another thing is, you have to make sure you guard yourself. You have to put those good boundaries. You need boundaries, because people can derail your plans. Keep your information to yourself. Keep all your plans to yourself. You know what you want to do. Walk in silence and achieve your goal. There are some people that you will meet that when you tell them your goals like this, they will help you to tembelu your goals. Did I say tembelu? They'll help you to diminish your goals. They'll just tell you how it's unrealistic, how you are over dreaming, how it's not something that you should pursue. Before you know what's happening, you'll be running towards mediocrity. You will not plan, you will not chase your dreams anymore. You will just stay where you are. So you need to be careful with the people you're rolling around with. You need to be careful with the people that you're making your information with, because people will always tell you that the people that you meet here will either make or mar you, and that is not a lie. That is not a lie. So you have to know what you're coming here to do and be able to chase it down. Anyway, guys, I don't want to ramble too much on this video. I have come to the end of the video. If there's any specific question that you have that you want to ask me, you can leave them in the comment section. I wish you guys the best, especially those of you that are moving from the UK to Canada. I have sentimental love for you guys. Maybe because I was in the UK at some point, I have some kind of sentimental, attraction, energy to you guys. You guys, when you come here, please send me a message. Let me know how your journey was. Let me know if you were able to land smoothly. Just share with me on how you're settling in. I just want to know, and I wish you guys the very best. Thank you very much for your time. For those social workers who are still looking to migrate to Canada, I am here to support you. I would be able to support you. I'm also thinking of having like a YouTube live sometime on my channel. I left a poll in my community. If I get a good amount of people, I'm going to go on live and we're going to discuss social work, and then we'll come up with plans on how we can help ourselves with registration, job hunting, and finally settling as social workers here in the country. Like I said, guys, thank you very much. We've come to the end of today's video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. And until we see you again in the next one, do have a nice day, guys. Bye.